First of all, I have to be very clear. Our government does not agree with the decision of the federal government to not pursue an appeal of the original decision. We understand that pursuing an appeal is a longer-term path towards a solution, and we understand that the path that they are pursuing right now is one that is likely to be more effective and faster. Nonetheless, until that path succeeds, as far as I'm concerned, their job is to keep all options open. Or to put it another way, you don't lock up your toolbox when you haven't finished the job, and the job's not finished yet. That being said, we're glad to see that they're moving forward with meaningful consultations and accommodations, because we know that that's something that has to be done. And as you know, our government's position has always been that that has to be done. You know, we, however, remain concerned about the decision as it relates to the NEB process. Well, what we're doing right now is we are going to be engaging in ourselves in the scoping process with the NEB. We are going to be seeking status, and we'll be going through that. As I've said all along, if they stick to that deadline, the February deadline, then we're going to give it the opportunity that it needs. If we start to see those deadlines slip, that is where you're going to see us engaging every effort that we possibly can to push the federal government. But, you know, at this point, we have to let this process play out. We have, unfortunately, been dealt the hand we have been by the acts of successive federal governments, and we need to move forward on it. I mean, I will say very definitively, notwithstanding the fact, you know, on the matter of the LNG, because I'm sure you'll probably want to talk about that a bit as well, Albertans support the LNG announcement, and we support the LNG project because it's going to mean jobs for engineers, it's going to mean jobs for contractors, it's going to ultimately mean more opportunities for drillers. And so it's good news. But I will say that when you look at the process there, and you look at the fact that the government of BC and the people who oppose the TMX pipeline are okily-dokily with 350 tankers coming out of a port with rougher waters that is more difficult to get to, but somehow we have a completely different standard when we're looking at the TMX pipeline coming out of a much calmer port. I think Albertans can be forgiven for being extremely frustrated with the way the Federation is working right now, because there is a high level of jaw-dropping hypocrisy that is being demonstrated through that process.